Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our Dharma Family Service, the first one of our new, basically, Dharma School year. Thank you very much. Hope you had a good summer and welcome back to our regular services here at Buddhist Church of Oakland. Let's begin with sutra chanting, and we'll chant Ju Se Ge, and the words will appear on the screen. Namanda, 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 namanda. Gagon cho segan, hishimu jodo, shigan fu manzok, seifu jo shogak, gao munyoko, fui dai seshu, Fusai shopping, seifu jo shogak, gashi jo butsudo, myosho cho jippo, kukyo mi shomon, seifu jo shogak, Ryokujin shonen, joe shubongyo, shigumu jodo, isho tenin shi, jinniki endai ko, fushomu saido, Shoujo sankumyo, kosai shunyakunan, kaiichi egen, meshi konmoan, heisoku sho akudo, tsudatsu zen shumon, Koso jo manzok, iyo no jippo, nichigatsu shujuki, tenko onpu gen, ishukai hozo, koseku dokuho, Jo dai shuchu, seppo shishiku, kuyo isai butsu,
具足習特本元年出場満得意三害よ女仏無下地津脱未不詳願学エリク都市最小村志願や国家大戦を感動国書天人東鎮妙見ナマンダブナマンダブナマンダブナマンダブナマンダブナマンダブがんにしくどく平等性祭道本菩提心お上安楽国ナマンダナマンダナマンダナマンダナマンダ
Okay, thank you. Let's now recite the three treasures. The three treasures. Hard is it to be born into human life, now we are living it. Difficult is it to hear the Buddha Dharma, now we hear it. If we do not deliver ourselves in the present life, no hope is there that we shall be freed from suffering and sorrow in the ocean of birth and death. Let us reverently take refuge in the three treasures of the truth. I take refuge in Buddha. May we all together absorb into ourselves the principle of your way to enlightenment and awaken in ourselves your supreme will. I take refuge in Dharma. May we all together be submerged in the depth of the doctrine and gain wisdom as deep as the ocean. I take refuge in Sangha. May we all together become units in true accord in your life of harmony, in a spirit of universal oneness, freed from the bondage of selfishness. Even through myriad ages of kalpas, hard is it to hear such an excellent, profound, and wonderful doctrine. Now we are able to hear and receive it. Let us thoroughly understand the true meaning of the Tathagata's teaching. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namanda. Namanda. Okay, thank you, everyone. Welcome to our first Dharma Family Service of this fall, and we're kind of starting up again. Now, we were, how do I put this? We're trying something different. This year, we are actually having a separate Dharma school for K through, 8? Right? High school kids can come to this one, but we are doing a totally separate service for the Dharma school kids. And so I was kind of thinking, maybe we shouldn't call this the Dharma Family Service, right? Maybe we should just call it Dharma Service. adult Dharma service, right? Was kind of going back and forth. And then part of it was this. So let me show you. This is the picture from the very beginning of the Kancho video. So at the beginning we did Kancho, and I try to put together a video with different pictures and stuff, and then the walk-in to the church, so you can kind of feel like you're here, the virtual walk-in. But I was doing this. Here's the Dharma Family Service card, and what you see here, these three things, right? This is called a roof dragon. So the roof dragon is this architectural aspect of Chinese and Japanese art that we find often on temples. And you can see another one here in the bottom right. If you're able to look at a temple, look and see if you see those roof dragons, and they have the three, right? The three things kind of sticking out. And I realized I kind of like it. Dharma Family Service. Dharma Family Service, right? Those three words, and kind of mirrored with this roof dragon. And then I realized when I say Dharma Family Service, I also kind of think Buddha, Dharma, Sangha, right? Dharma Family Service, Buddha, Dharma, Sangha. And so it just kind of got me thinking about maybe we should let's just call it Dharma Family Service. The Dharma Family Service, the whole point of calling it Dharma Family Service was because we used to call it family service. But that was confusing for some people. I remember sometimes people would call the church or email and say, I don't have family. Can I come to this family service? Right? Or maybe someone who's not part of the longtime BCO community might come in and be like, wow, all these people, they really seem to know each other. And I feel like an outsider kind of trying to break into this group, right? And maybe they have no family ties to anyone in the room. And so that's when I realized, so maybe family service isn't enough, because family is such an important part of our Buddhist Church of Oakland and such an important part of Jodo Shinshu. But it's not only those ties of blood, right? Or even ties of marriage. By being a Sangha, we're part of a Dharma family. And maybe we could look at Buddha as the parent, Oya-sama, right? In Japanese, they call Amida Buddha Oya-sama. Not Otosan or Otosama. They don't call him father. They say our parent, Oya-sama, meaning more than just father or mother. Right? Although Shinran Shonin does talk about Amida Buddha as our father and Shakyamuni as our mother. Right? But this idea that Buddha is the parent, and we're all Buddha's children, right? There's a classic Gatha, Buddha's children, right? So with this idea of us all being family members as a Dharma family, with Buddha as our parent. So we went back and decided, yep, let's just keep calling it Dharma Family Service. Realizing when we get back together, maybe we'll be able to have Dharma school together with us, maybe not. We don't know. That's part of the kind of unease that we feel now at this time, right? With COVID still ongoing. And yet, knowing that we are all part of this Dharma family. So the Dharma Family Service, Buddha, Dharma, Sangha, right? That's what I take refuge in Buddha. I take refuge in Dharma. I take refuge in Sangha. I'm going to Buddha as the teacher, right? Going to the Dharma for guidance, right? If I have difficulties in my life, Buddha can help me, right? The Buddha's teachings, the Dharma can help me. Going to the Sangha for guidance, right? That even, if I might be physically alone, but with the Sangha, right? With this community. I said Sangha yesterday at something, and someone was like, what's that? And I forgot, oh yeah, not everyone knows this word, Sangha, right? Sangha means our community, right? So all of us, right? As part of this Dharma family. Maybe that's another way to understand the Sangha. The Sangha is this Dharma family. It might be the BCO Sangha. It might be the Buddhist Temple of Alameda Sangha. It might be the Buddhist Churches of America Sangha. It might be the Nishihonganji Sangha. It might be the Buddhist Sangha in general, right? It's all these different levels, right? All these different levels of family that we participate in our regular families. It's kind of similar with the Buddhism too. So as part of this Dharma family, looking to the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha for guidance. That's one group of three, another group of three, right? But there's another one, the three poisons, right? Which we sometimes refer to as greed, anger, and stupidity. It could be greed or desire, anger, and ignorance, right? Each one of those has many different nuances and understandings, but also as Jodo Shinshu Buddhists, trying to be aware of these three poisons in our lives, right? Trying to be aware when my desires are kind of getting out of control. Or it could be greed, right? Or it could be attachment, right? It's not only to material items, right? It can also be attachment, even attachment to an idea. So another word, or a couple of words, clinging, craving, right? Can't let go of this idea. And so realizing, whoa, I have attachment in my life. Sometimes we get angry, right? We get angry at others, or we get angry at what's going on. Sometimes anger is justified, but if it's hurting, right? Sometimes it hurts me to be angry. Sometimes it hurts others to get angry, right? And that realizing, whoa, this anger, maybe it's a poison. It's poisonous. It's toxic. It's hurting not only others, but hurting myself, right? So to be aware of that in my life. And then ignorance, thinking I know, come on, I know this is the way it is, right? Really? Really? You really know that? What if maybe there's other sides to the story? Right? And so this ignorance, right, of what other people are thinking or feeling, but also ignorance of Buddha's teachings. Right? So that these three poisons are things to be aware of in our lives. And then, I've been talking about the three B's, to be aware, right? Try and move beyond that ignorance, right? With Buddha's wisdom as our guide, right? With mindfulness and awareness, trying to bring that into my life, even forgetting Buddha a lot of the time. But suddenly I remember, oh, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Naman Dabutsu, Naman Dabutsu. That's Nembutsu, Buddha mindfulness, Buddha awareness. I forget, I get angry, I have these desires, I have this ignorance, and then all of a sudden become aware of it. Oh, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu. Thank you, Buddha, for making me aware of that. So that's be aware, be kind, right? This reminder to try and be kind, right? Try and be friendly, try and help others, try and be compassionate like the Buddha, with the Buddha's compassion that accepts all beings as they are, right? As our model, as our ideal. As hard as it is to do that, it's really difficult, right? It's easy with some people, a lot harder with others. Right? And then be yourself, right? The third of the three B's, right? To be yourself. That in Jodo Shinshu, it's okay to have the three poisons in your life. They're gonna pop up, right? They pop up at the most difficult times when I'm stressed out or when someone pushes just the right button, right? That's when the three poisons flare up. Right? But even though they flare up, Amida Buddha accepts me as I am. Because they flare up, because I'm not perfect, because I'm foolish, Amida Buddha accepts me as I am. Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu. I hear the call of Amida Buddha, and then something's changed in me. I become aware of the three poisons. Right? I become more aware of myself. I become more aware, wow, Buddha's leading me once again. Right? How fortunate I was able to hear the call, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu. Right? With the Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha as my guide, to try and become aware of the three poisons. And so I hope the three B's allow us to be somewhere in the middle, right? The ultimate ideals of Buddha, wisdom and compassion, of the Dharma, all these different teachings, right? Four Noble Truths, walk the Eightfold Path, do the 6 paramitas, right? Those are our ideals. Those are our values. the three poisons where I often find myself, right? With greed, anger, and ignorance, just in the swamp of those things, right? But we're not stuck there all the time, that we can be between those, right? We can find a middle way. And Nembutsu is part of this path. So I want to really, really thank you all for joining us today for this first regular Dharma Family Service. Dharma School is not going to be every week. That's basically open for Dharma School kids and families. But this Dharma Family Service we'll be having every week from now through the our kind of regular calendar year. And thank you very much. And why don't we conclude with Gassho, and we recite Buddha's name, the Nembutsu. With the Buddha, the Dharma, and Sangha as our guide, often finding ourselves caught up amidst the three poisons, let us try and have the three B's in our life of awareness, kindness, and trying to be myself, listening to the Buddha's name. Namo Amida Butsu. 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 Namo. Okay, thank you. I'd like to turn it over now to Robert Noguchi for announcements.
Hey, whoops. Hi, good morning, everyone. I need to share my screen, don't I? Okay. Thank you very much, Sensei, and good morning, everyone. Nice to see everyone here. Want to make an few announcements that we have is that first next weekend, next Sunday is Fall Higan. So the fall equinox will take place next Sunday. We'll have service at 10 a.m. And Reverend Bridge will be the speaker. Okay. The next thing is that the Shotsuki service for September is already online. If you got the notice, here's the notice that went out yesterday. So the September Shotsuki Monthly Memorial and Adult Dharma Service is already online and on YouTube. So you can go ahead and check that out at your leisure. I need to. The next item is the Asian Health Services Virtual Gala is happening this next Saturday, this 18th at 5:30. It's a free online event. This time registration is required, and that's happening next Saturday, the 18th. This is on the BCO website, by the way. Next item is BCO Golf Fun Day outing, which is happening on Monday, September 27th at 11 at the Berkeley Country Club. And this is information that's available on the website, or contact anyone on the golf committee. Thank you very much to all those folks that are putting this on the 27th at the Berkeley Country Club. Next item is from the Center for Buddhist Education from BCA, the Fall SOFA series, otherwise called Seminars Online for All. And the next event is happening actually it's 2 Saturdays, next Saturday, the 18th and the 25th from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. And it's featuring Reverend Dr. David Matsumoto from the Institute of Buddhist Studies, speaking about Shinji. So that's happening over the next 2 Saturdays. And this is on the BCA website. You can see this is the BCA website right here, Buddhist Churches of America.com. The next item, I'm sorry, BuddhistChurchesOfAmerica.org. And the last item is the virtual art exhibit being put on by the BCA. This was taken from entries that were sent in last month, and it's going to be on display starting next Sunday, the 19th, and they'll be on for a week from 19th to the 26th. So that's happening on the BCA website starting next week. So that'll be fun to see what was submitted, what our youth is thinking and how they express themselves with their digital photos of art. Okay. Actually, it's for all ages, huh? So, okay, that's all I have. Thank you very much. I'll turn it back over to Sensei.
Thank you, Robert. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. Sorry for the, we had some technical glitches. Not like we haven't done this before, but we're going to get back into doing it. And so we're going to work on all that stuff. And want to thank you very much for joining us to my personal meeting room. That's not actually what it was, but that's what it says on YouTube. So thank you. Why don't we conclude our service with Gassho once again. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namanda Butsu. Namanda Butsu. Namanda.